What is she doing? Where has she been? Where is she now? Questions that need answers. I have been all over the place. I know. Hi, I'm Danielle. I have MS. I've come back with apologies. So now I'm back with updates. In these past few years, I guess the best place to start is where we ended last time. I was in medical school. I finished on time with the rest of my class, which was really great. I'm very proud of myself for that. I did my internship, worked in the hospital, moved to St. Lucia to work, realized that no matter where I am, medicine is always going to be exactly what it is. And that is not really sustainable for me with my disease. As much as I wished that I could conquer my disease, as much as I wished that I would win in this battle, as much as I've wished that MS would not be a part of who I am, that it would not take over my life, I feel like that's something that just happens with chronic illness. I'm not special. MS is not different. In chronic disease, in being diagnosed with anything at that age, at 24, a big part of that diagnosis makes you feel like you're trapped inside it. It makes you feel like it's this big thing that you're just suffocated within, right? Like it's this thing that's so much bigger than you that you cannot escape. And for a long time, I've fought against my MS, trying to make me better by getting rid of it. Newsflash, 8 years later, if you don't get rid of it, it's not that kind of disease. No disease is that kind of disease, to be honest, because it's always going to hide in the shadows, right? It's always going to be creeping up on you. It's always going to be ready and willing to pounce on you when you give it a chance. So I've lately been focusing on not giving it the chance. I have been learning to grow with my MS, to grow in spite of my MS, to grow around my MS, kind of. I've been taking the time to learn more about my diet and my nutrition and the things that I need to put into my body for my body to feel good and do well and act like it has sense. Some things are not going to make sense for me, and that's just how it is. But I can do the things that make sense for me, and I can help myself to be better and to do better. So in terms of where I've been since I've decided to stop working in clinical medicine, I've been learning to take care of myself in terms of my diet, in terms of my nutrition, in terms of my holistic living. I've taken a course in holistic health and nutrition, which has benefited me in so many ways. I've learned to cook. Not that I didn't know how to cook, but I didn't know how to cook to give myself the best, right? I didn't know the nuances of cooking. Now I feel like I understand them a little bit more, and I can use them to my advantage, which is fantastic. So I've been learning about how to take care of myself, and my holistic health coaching course also taught me how I can use what I've learned to help myself, to help other people. And I think it's given me the confidence that I need and that I needed to help other people. For such a long time, I felt like I didn't have anything to help other people with, to offer other people. And now I feel like if I didn't know, so many other people probably don't know. And if I know now, I could tell people. I've always been one to say, don't be like me, be better. And I advocate for that because, I learned through trial and error, and I don't want you to. I want you to have facts. I want you to know. I want you to understand. So that as we are growing, as we are building, as we are creating this foundation, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get done. It just has to be done. In the Caribbean, We say it all the time, and we say it in all different ways. But in Trinidad, we say, drip, drip does fill bucket. Because no matter how slow that water fall in, eventually your bucket going to get full. So that's my new motto in life, right? Like, every little action counts. Every little step gets us closer to where we need to be. So take it all the way back to Trinidad. Don't coast on these small actions. Don't be upset because you're not getting there now. You'll get there. Just keep filling the bucket. Drip, drip. You'll make it. And so now, if you are interested, because that's something I'm interested in, I'm definitely interested in sharing what I've learned, in telling people about what I know, so that they can help themselves. If you follow me on LinkedIn, which most people don't, because I don't advertise that I'm on LinkedIn, I don't advertise that I'm on social media, I don't think I'm that interesting. But if you follow me on LinkedIn, I post regularly about different tips for helping to live a more holistic life. And a more holistic life means seeing and acknowledging and respecting all parts of yourself, right? Like, not just the physical, not just the diet, not just the exercise. It's about the mindfulness that goes into it. It's about mind, body, and spirit being all in alignment, right? Like, traditional Chinese medicine talks about the yin and the yang, and they must always be in balance. They are equal and opposite, and always must be in balance. Because if you have more of one than the other, the balance is off. So it's about learning how to balance, how to be so in tune with yourself that you hear when your body tells you, hey, something's not right. It's about knowing yourself. And if you're now tuning in to the series, March is about knowing yourself. We've started off with a discussion about how your body is speaking to you. Are you listening? And I know for a fact that it's difficult because I've been through it. In hindsight, and hindsight is always 2020. In hindsight, I look back and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I did ignore the signals. I did ignore the signs. I knew when my body told me to ease up. I knew when my body was telling me that I needed more rest. I knew it. And I ignored it. And the body tells you very quietly at first, you get a little ache, you get a little pain, you get a little headache. And your body's like, I'm not feeling too hot. I need more. I need something else. And a lot of the time we're like, oh no, it's fine. I'll take a painkiller. I have a Band-Aid. It's alright. It's okay. But it's not. And we need to know that it's not. We need to acknowledge when we are not okay. And so I would challenge everybody who's hearing this to take a minute to find out if you're okay, to ask yourself, to sit alone in silence and find out if you're okay. One of my favorite things to do now that I may not have acknowledged so much in the past, but that's a different life. It's okay. I'm a different person now. I'm just a girl. In trying to be a lot more in tune with my spiritual side, I do find meditation to be very relaxing. So I would encourage each and every one of you to practice meditation for 2 minutes. Here's the challenge. Just sit somewhere comfortable, somewhere quiet for 2 minutes. Close your eyes and breathe deeply in through the nose, down to the stomach, and exhale through your mouth or through the nose, whichever feels more comfortable for you. I challenge you to do this for 2 minutes. Set a timer on your phone and just focus on the breath. All of the other thoughts, let them swim by. Just pay attention to the breath. Focus on how you feel. Focus on any little ache and pain that your body is signaling to you. Focus on any feelings of imbalance. Focus on just yourself for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. And if it feels too hard, try it for 1. Try again tomorrow. Small steps, because we have big goals. And even if it does not feel like it can all be done at once, it can all be done. Holistic health feels like a lot, but I promise you it's not. It's about finding your small steps that get you to your big goals. And we can work on that together because I'm figuring it out too. So let's figure it out together. In terms of my updates, I have switched from being a medical doctor to being a retired medical doctor who focuses on holistic health coaching and actually teaching people the best ways to live. And I love that for me. I feel like it's like eternal clinic, and I love that. I plan to further my education in terms of medicine, but not clinically. Because I'm not sacrificing myself. Especially because there are people who need me. There is so much that I can do outside of the sphere of medicine. And that's okay. That's okay. We need the doctors in hospital. We need the doctors in our primary care settings. We need doctors. And this is how I can be a doctor with MS. So my updates are I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm loving myself. All of myself. Whatever that entails. Every part of me. Truly. So stay tuned, because I'll continue sharing about how I'm taking care of myself, about the things that I'm learning, and I will try to bring you along, because as long as I have information to share, why not share? So this was great. Till next time. Okay, cool. Bye. And find out if you're okay. One of my favorite things to do now. Hello, hi. I trying to do something. One of my Corolla.